So I brought my stuff up to do this in a more podcast form, but I'm documenting this for myself. I'm up at the library, and you can't check this stuff out of the library. But I think I broke my laptop, folks. So if you don't see me for a while, besides this style, I suck, and this is why I don't buy them. I break stuff so easy. I don't know if I'm just like I need to plug it in, but I only brought half the cord. Anyways, so it's the case of the story of the stolen bicycle. And Frank and Fred Temple, and so they were arrested for. The police were going to their house to serve a warrant for about a stolen bicycle. They let in by a different son. It was late at night. Apparently, the police officer put his hands on the senior, and it turned into a tussle. And Frank Senior was armed, and the both police officers, I believe, were hit, and one passed away. Rest in peace, Colin McGregor. And this is the book, and they got some pretty interesting pictures throughout it. But anyone just wants to know, you go on down to the library. They don't let you check it out, so it actually remains here, though. And I'm just going to go over a few of the things from the binder and try to keep it short. If you guys are interested in it, then you come down to the library. Just come up to local history and check it out, because local history is important. And they've got a booklet full, like straight up a booklet full about this. All the scene of Monday's fatal shooting. And I'm not going to go into many articles, but I'll show them all quick. 9 in house when shooting occurred. Search for Temple underway. So he went on the run. They found him at a hideout. There's from the Times Journal, and looking for the fugitive. And there's just so many articles here that it's hard to, do in a video. Monday's tragedy. Officer McNully busy. Port Stanley Port. Bruce clues checked. And then they captured him out in Dunwich, and a farm boy's tip gave him away. The prisoner smiles as he's brought before the magistrate. Traffic officers chase him into a freight train, hope of catching him. The murdered officer's gun holster found. Empty report. Chief of police thinks Constable McGregor disarmed by Temples. Slayer jokes in Elgin jail about his fate. God's forgiveness is asked for Slayer by relatives. Big articles about it. Yeah. School children's tribute to the officers. Bloodstains reveal spot where the Slayer took refuge. Bullet sent to Toronto for examination. Attendance at inquest, limited seats. They call him Mac Temple here, remanded for his inquest. McTemple's father and son both arraigned. So they arrested both the father and son on the murders. Bullet that killed Constable fired from elder man's weapon. So that it confirmed it was the elder. Both men were armed. Guns in hand of Mac Temples were pointed at police. Sergeant McCowan tells of fatal shooting on Queenhouse. Lawyers named by the Crown to defend. Frank Fanny McTemple and Fanny. McTemple's unconcerned as they appear in court. No display of emotion. McTemples are not concerned in court. McTemple's committed on ballistics experts. Sergeants testifies. Father and son trial. Sergeant McCown declares fatal, fired by the accused. Sergeant McCown says that the slew officer fired by, whatever that says. Huge articles though, I'm telling you. And I'll, like, unless I could make a good video out of this, but accused denies he fired the fatal shot. Ballistics experts positive fatal bullet fire. Temple on the stand denies firing bullet. Officers and doctors testify about capture. Convicted slayer. They learn their fate will go to the gallows on June 27th. Convicted, sentenced to 21-year-old youth, cool, not defiant at Fred, quiet, cool. He got found guilty too, the kid. Same sentence, same day. Separate cells, they play checkers together. Appeal court hears plea to save. Went to appeal court. They seek clemency for the youth. Because I don't think he did anything besides had the appeals notice served. Filed. Reserved appeals. Decision reserved and appeal. Baptized by the Roman Catholic faith. Father and son composed his word from jail as hour of doom nears. Father and son composed. Family spends afternoon with the condemned men. Little chance they're going to be, the charges will be stayed. They're going to do it. Executions to be screened from the public. Here's some sketches they made from the death cell. Pretty epic. Like, just the haunting imagery from the gallows. That's wild. They walk to the scaffold unflinchingly. Morbid crowd is outside. They pay the penalty, but they walk unflinchingly. Goodness gracious. And that was a sketch discovered years later by him from the cells. Case of the stolen bicycle. Come to the St. Thomas Library if you want to see more. That's St.